go dark. But hi, good evening! It's time for more Great Ace Attorney. Before we do that though, it's my favorite Naruto character's birthday! It's Sakura's birthday! I'm wearing one of my Sakura shirts. I have the Nendoroid shirt. I think I got it from Hot Topic. That's the one I'm wearing today because the other one I'm scared of ruining the design on it. So it's put away at the moment, even though I wore it out last week. But hi! I hope everything sounds okay. I had to rearrange a little bit. I had to move because I bought this thing. I put it in the chat. It's there. I bought this thing that gave me 4 more USB ports because I was out of ports on my laptop. Yeah, I use a laptop because I don't have the money for a fancy gaming computer yet. I'm gonna turn the game's sound down just a little, so hopefully it's not too loud over me. But I had to rearrange. I had to move my headset to this because my keyboard was not working when I tried it earlier. So now the keyboard's attached to the computer. The USB ports, the extra USB ports are attached to the computer. I'm trying to move my computer forward a little bit. The Elgato's in the computer, of course. Oops, I didn't mean to hit any. I didn't think I hit anything. Okay, so what we're gonna do today is we're gonna continue case 5. And last week, where we left off, there was a lot happening. Sholmes got shot. Hopefully not badly. And I think Gina's being arrested and accused of murder. And we don't really approve of that because we like Gina. I like Gina. I get to use my southern accent with her. Better than that. So we're gonna keep going. I'm scared of this case. I don't know what to think about it since it's been weird. We're continuing with investigation part 3. I guess that makes sense because we've been in Sholmes' place. We've been at the pawnbrokery. I need to adjust my penguins that sit on my desk. There, they're adjusted. They're good. They're sitting on my headset stand. Oh, and Iris woke up all alone. And there's something weird going on with Susato. I don't know. I hope that we can do like an hour and a half tonight before I have to go to bed. I do have to send my mom a text with what I want from Dutch Bros tomorrow because they're doing a special thing. But let's talk to poor Iris. Let me get some water just real quick. I got Fruit Punch Circle cartridge today. The events at Windibanks. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Iris, but Mr. Windibank is dead. He was shot. We discovered it in the early hours of the morning. Oh. Yes, I had a feeling. You did? Well, I saw those police carriages pulling up outside his shop. So I knew something must have happened there. When we entered Windibanks in the small hours, we disturbed a gang of 2 thugs. They ran out onto the street and I chased after them, but they got away. So, it was one of them who shot old Mr. Windibank, I suppose. I don't know, but that's not what the police believe at the moment. No, I knew it. Oh, why not? They've arrested someone else as their prime suspect, you see. Gina. Jenny? But why? Well, the thing is... No! Ginny wouldn't do something like that! I know. None of us think she did it. Then why have they arrested her? I feel like I have her voice going different this week. I'm sorry, there's nothing I could do. I think we should go straight to this one and go back to Sholmes and Susato in a minute. I don't understand why they arrested Jenny. It's not fair. What about the two thugs that were at the scene? Why aren't they the prime suspects? After all, they shot Hurley dead, didn't they? No, I mean, Mr. Sholmes isn't dead, Iris. Aw, this is all so horrible. Thing is, Mr. Windibank was found on the floor in the storeroom where he keeps all the deposited articles. And the storeroom door was locked from the inside. I see. But he wasn't alone in there. Gina was found next to him on the floor as well. Oh no! According to the detectives who investigated afterwards. Don't tell me. There was no one else in the room? Yes, exactly. How did you know? It's the only explanation. Yes, the only explanation indeed. What do you mean by that, Bruno? Well, what can I say? I'm damned if I agree, damned if I don't. Oh, Iris. So, where's Hurley then? Is he still there investigating the scene? Maybe I should have done these before the next two. He really ought to have some breakfast. It's not good for him to miss meals. I don't want you to worry, Iris, but I have some news about Mr. Sholmes. He was taken to hospital this morning. What? Well, when we entered Windibank's, a gun was fired and he took a bullet. Hurley was shot? No, no. It's all right. His life isn't in danger. Really? Are you sure? Where is he? Which hospital? He's at St. Sinners. Sinners? I guess Sinners. They're tending to him there. I must see him at once. I'm sorry, Iris, but you can't. Why not? It's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed. No, I mean, nobody can see him at the moment. He's not allowed any visitors. They're preparing to operate, you see. Oh my gosh! To operate? Oh, poor Hurley. Good gosh. It was the two thugs who were in Mr. Windibank's shop. They shot Mr. Sholmes when we disturbed them, you see. Oh my gosh, that's such a cool little shirt. One second. It was pitch black inside the shop at the time. My mind went totally blank, I'm afraid. I just froze. After them! Go! After that, I ran out into the street, but, well, they were long gone. I shouldn't have hesitated. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. I let them get away. I think that's a very good thing. Sorry. Well, if you'd seen which way they went and chased after them, you might have been shot as well, Bruno. On top of everything else, I couldn't bear that. Oh, Iris. Oh, Iris. Where's Susie, Bruno? She's still at the police station. Oh, why? I expect she's still being questioned. The police said they wouldn't be finished for a while. Why aren't you there then? Well, I didn't get a good look at the criminals anyway. So they weren't questioning me for long. And Miss Susato stayed behind at the scene to tend to Mr. Sholmes. So they didn't get started until later. I see. Besides, one of us had to come back to be with Iris. Glad Inspector Gregson agreed to me leaving early. You should have let me know, and I would have come to the station. I'm afraid I'll need to go out again now, Iris. There's not much I can do at the moment. But I can at least try to find out how Mr. Sholmes and Gina are getting on. I want to go too! Take me with you, Bruno! I can't stand just sitting around here waiting. I'm not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of a murder. But I don't want to leave her all alone here either. Alright then, Iris. Perhaps you can help me? Oh, yes! I'd love to! Gina's at the prison. Mr. Sholmes is probably in his hospital bed. And don't forget, we have to visit the crime scene! We need to conduct a thorough investigation! I can see you're ready for action! I imagine Iris would appreciate going to the hospital sooner rather than later. A new location has been added. Ah, we've got both of them. Let's go to the hospital first, then. April 16th, St. Sinners Hospital, Ward 3. Hurley! Oh, is he up and moving already? He's not here! No, that's strange. The nurse definitely said he was in the bed by the window, didn't she? Oh, I know what's probably happened. Hurley was being a big baby, and the bullet wound wasn't that bad after all, so he's been sent home. I'm not so sure about that. Baby or not, there's no question that it was a fairly serious injury that Mr. Sholmes suffered. Oh. Hello, what have we here? This ward is off limits, no visiting. So what are you doing in here, eh? Well, I'll have you know, we're Hurley's next of kin. Huh? Oh, well, begging your pardon then, ma'am, sir. A little lady and a curious Eastern gentleman. The great mystery solver has a mysterious family, eh? If that's how you see us, sure. Where is he, Constable? Where's Hurley? I believe he's currently in the operating theater, ma'am, undergoing an extensive operation. Oh my. Extensive? It's been several hours since he went in. Oh dear. Is he going to be alright? Well, it doesn't appear to be working, you see. Anesthetic, that is. Oh, I've heard a report that the gentleman claims he may have had a little too much to drink last night. Coffee, that is. He's hyped up on caffeine. Anyway, I think it would be fair to assume he won't be back here for several hours yet. I see. Thank you, Constable. Perhaps we should leave and come back later. Oh, poor Hurley. Poor Hurley indeed. However, I would like to examine if I can. There's a notice board on the wall here. Look. Let's see. What does it say? Thought of the day. On seeing any vermin, calmly and discreetly inform matron. Oh yes, they have rats and mice in hospitals like this that love to feast on all the medicine. If you don't deal with them, there's nothing left to treat the patients. Rats and mice? Oh, I see. This is a rather old building, I suppose. But the doctors and nurses are all very good, I hear. I certainly hope so, for Mr. Sholmes' sake. Why is it so quiet? Oh my goodness. There's no music. I wonder what these are. Do you have any idea, Iris? Oh, haven't you ever seen crutches before? Let me explain. They're for people with leg injuries to help them walk. You hold one under each arm, you see. Ah, right. I thought they were weapons of some sort. Why would there be weapons in a hospital? Thought maybe a fighter had been injured in a battle contest and been brought here along with his weapons. That's surprisingly plausible. Poor little Iris. Well, I investigated thoroughly, but I can't find anything out of place. There we are. This must be Mr. Sholmes' bed. Poor Hurley. I know, it looks stiff as a board, doesn't it? Oh, I don't think that will bother him. No, don't tell me he sleeps on the floor. I often find him asleep face down on the floor, completely dead to the world. I think I'd call the police if I discovered someone like that. I think that might be a fair reaction. Alright, to the prison! I wonder how long this case is going to be. April 16th, local prison, cell 13. Hello, Gina. They let her keep that? Oh, you still have the grenade launcher Hurley and I made! I wish you wouldn't point at me all the time, though. What are you here for? Jenny! I have a feeling it's because of us that you've ended up in trouble. So we were thinking that we might be able to help you. Well, you can't. Sorry? You heard, get lost. Don't be like that, Ginny. I know you didn't do it. You never shoot someone. I just know you wouldn't. You think you know me? Pull the other one. Oh. You ain't got the first idea about the likes of me. I'm a thief. I pinch people's purses when they're walking down the street. That's how I get by. And if I saw me a chance, I'd sneak into a pawn shop any day of the week. But I don't think you would kill the owner. Just to see what I could lay my hands on. Get it? That's the kind of person I am. But Jenny, I'll be in court tomorrow, they say. Some cove came by before and said he'd be a lawyer for me or the like. So it was my right or something. But I told him to get stuffed. Gosh, Jenny. I don't need no lawyer. I don't need no one. She couldn't be staring at me any more obviously if she tried. Why are you being like this, Ginny? It's a fabulous question. I don't understand, Gina. Why did you send the public defender away? You want me to sign some papers, representation papers or something like that. It's all gonna be rigged anyway, the whole trial. They'll pin it on me because I'm a kid. That's what grown-ups do. That's what grown-ups always do. Why do you think that? Because that's how it's always been for me, growing up in the back slums, me whole life. If you do what the grown-ups tell you, it'll get your mates dragged off by the coppers. Or worse. I've had it happen to me before and all. Been sold out and nearly snaffled in the back of it, on the back of it. You can't trust no one, that's the point. As soon as you do, you're gone to grass. Dead. Gina, listen. If you like, in tomorrow's trial, I could... Forget it! Ginny! Don't you trust Runo? Nah, I don't. Look, I'll ask you nicely now. Just leave me alone. Well, we're not doing that. We have another topic. Will you tell us what happened, Gina? Last night at the pawnbroker's. There's nothing to tell. I figured it'd pay me, so I broke into the place and started going through the storeroom. But the old bloke walked in on me and you know the rest. But why, Ginny? Why would you do that? Ain't it obvious? The place is full of stuff I could sell for a shilling or two. Diving ain't easy, you know. It's a lot of work. And half the time you don't even get nothing. Is that really why you broke into the place? What? Are you sure the true reason wasn't something else? Oh, give it a rest. What'd be the point anyway, eh? Nothing I could say would make a blind bit of difference. Please tell us, Ginny. We'll believe you. Whatever it is. Believe me? Don't be daft. You can't believe nothing. Everyone lies all the time. And you know what? When it comes to liars, I'm the biggest of the lot. I've told some unforgivable lies, I have. What do you mean by that? What unforgivable lies? Oh, Gina. What did you mean before, Gina, when you said you were the biggest liar of the lot? Why don't you tell us what these unforgivable lies you've told are? Maybe we can help. Sorry. We're out of time. They're gonna want to question me now. Ginny, please. Oh yeah. I wanted to give you this. Something to remember me by. That's a cute cat. A photographic print of a really adorable cat. I found it in one of the pockets of this coat. Ain't no point in me having it. I wonder what a little photograph like that was doing in a pocket of that overcoat. Anyway, don't bother coming again. Bye. Oh, Jenny. The white cat photograph has been added to the court record. Well, if I present it to her, will she say anything? I assume not. Gina, about this photograph. Oh, that? I just found it in one of the pockets of this coat, that's all. Chuck it if you don't want it. So McGilda didn't give it to her. There's something written on the back, I think. I figured. There is? Don't mean nothing to me, though. I don't read so well anyway, especially not that scrawl. Really ought to examine the photograph more thoroughly, I think. Date deposited February 13th, 9 p.m. Article deposited, 1 small box. Is that loan amount paid? 10 shillings. The deadline to retrieve is April 13th at 9 p.m. Look on the back of this print here. There's something written on it. 13th February, 9 p.m. Article deposited, 1 small box. Loan amount paid, 10 shillings. Redemption deadline, April 13th, 9 p.m. So this photographic print is a redemption ticket? February 13th? That could be significant. It was just 2 days before the murder on the omnibus, wasn't it? A small box. Doesn't tell us much about it, does it? Or no. If Mr. McGilden still had the ticket, then presumably he never redeemed the article. So do you think the box might still be present somewhere in the shop? Ah, yes! If it's something McGilden deposited, we need to investigate. But what is this? Is this a special stamp that he used? Very cute cat. Oh, I don't have people to look at? If I go to Baker Street real quick. Nothing important, okay. Can I actually go to the pawnbrokery? Oh? Ah. Winnipeg's pawnbrokery. April 16th. Oh my goodness. We're gonna just search for a small box. Maybe it's that blue one back there. This is where it happened then? Last night? That's right. The two thugs I told you about were obviously ransacking the place, looking for valuables. But, apart from the policeman in here, you wouldn't know anything had happened. There's no sign of a disturbance. No, you're right about that, actually. In fact, if anyone, it's the police who seem to be the ones doing the ransacking. I know what you mean. They're like a gang of organized criminals all dressed in black. Oh, I heard that. Oh, it's you. I don't remember what voice I gave you. Oh, Inspector. Good morning. I guess I'll give him a southern accent, too. I suppose I ought to thank you for your vigilance last night. We got to the scene before it was disturbed, at least. Shame you let the two rogues get away, man. Yes, I'm sorry about that. I thought you'd assigned extra men to the beat around here, Gregsy. Oops, I hit a button. Now look what's happened. Hurley's been injured because there weren't enough police on duty. Your ladyship! No one told me you were coming. I expect you to take full responsibility for what happened to Hurley and see he has the very best medical care. Of course, your ladyship. The very best doctors of the capital are tending to him as we speak. And I don't think it's Runo's fault that the rogues managed to get away, is it? Chasing criminals is the police's job. Absolutely, your ladyship. As you say, ma'am, as you say. The gent in black is totally blameless. Everyone's in agreement about that. Could you believe it? He's like a completely different person with Iris. Talk about personality change. Oh, where are my manners? Are you thirsty, your ladyship? Hi! Oh my goodness. Perhaps you'd like some juice? Some nice refreshing juice? I don't remember the voice I gave Gregson. Oh, why? Are you thirsty, Gregsy? I have some of my special herbal tea with me if you'd like some. So far Gina has told me to go away. Gina's told me to go away. Sholmes is in surgery since he got shot, and Suseto's being questioned by the police. And we came back here. Because Iris doesn't want to be alone, and I don't blame her. But hi, Melissa. How are you? Ah, lovely. To very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship. I don't even recognize him like this. Oh no, I'm sorry. Do you have a cold or something? The investigation. The statue in the background. Oh boy! That's a callback, ain't it? Or is it a call forward? So, how's the investigation going, Inspector? Nothing to it, really. Very simple case, this. There's some very definitive evidence. We're just about to charge that diver we arrested last night, in fact. Gina? You're going to charge her? That's right. Should be able to bring her before the judge at the Bailey tomorrow. Definitive evidence, you say? What is it? Come on, show me! Your ladyship, as much as I wish I could oblige you, I'm afraid. I see. You've already captured the pair of thugs who broke in here last night, have you? What the? And you're going to put them on the stand as witnesses, are you? How could you? How? How could you possibly know that? I had a feeling, that's all. Remind me never to try to keep a secret from Iris. So you've arrested the two men who shot Mr. Sholmes, have you? Well, yes. They were rounded up pretty quickly by the lads on the beat. And Miss Lestrade is being held at the prison. She should be. That's assuming she hasn't lifted the key from the jailer, of course. Every time he has the potatoes, I want the potatoes. Red potatoes. This one back here, right? The thinker. Alright then, let's see what we can uncover. Boy, what do you think you're doing, Sunshine? You can't touch anything in here. Oh, but we were hoping to investigate. This is a crime scene for Pete's sake. No touching. What's the problem, Gregsy? Runa's a lawyer, you know that. Oh, I'm ever so sorry, your ladyship. Ever so sorry. The rules and regulations are a thorn in my side. Of course, if Mr. Naruhodo was to have been properly appointed by the accused, that'd be a different matter. The accused? If you could show me some representation papers, I'd be only too happy to let you nose around. Did you hear that, Runo? You need Ginny to sign some representation papers. Looks like presenting the detective here with the correct paperwork is the only way. Oh, that sounds awful. I'm so sorry. I hope that your throat feels better quickly. It's still cold here. I want it to be warm again. I'm ready for warm. Not ready for allergies, though. Can you tell us anything about Mr. Sholmes? What's his condition? Oh, and if you... Well, just let me know if the game sounds too loud or anything, because I had to rearrange my stuff. Because I got a little box that's got more USB ports on it, so I had to move my headset around. But we're okay otherwise, I think. Sorry, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Scotland Yard matters are strictly confidential. Well, I know he's being operated at St. Sinner's. Why can't I see him? I'm family, you know. I'm terribly sorry, your ladyship. It's the hospital's policy. No visiting at all. Oh. The bullet must have hit an artery in his midriff. He's lost a fair bit of blood. Oh no. Oh no. He didn't seem too bad in the first hour or so. But a hemorrhage like that is enough to make even the one and only Sholmes pop down. Mr. Sholmes is a human like the rest of us, you know. Well, anyway, he's having emergency surgery right now. They gotta stop all that bleeding. But he will be alright, won't he? They'll be able to make him better? Of course, your ladyship. He'll be right as rain before you know it. Really? How do you know? How do I know? Well, because, of course. Oh yes, because Mr. Sholmes is such a great detective, that's why. We better pray the doctors have a better grasp of what's needed to make someone well again. Oh dear. Please don't die early. Don't leave Iris alone. I'll report to your ladyship the moment I hear he's out of the operating theater. I feel like that's not the voice I was giving him, but it's been a while, so oh well. I couldn't help but noticing, Inspector. What? Out with it, Sunshine. Well, there seems to be the marked difference between the way you talk to me and Iris. Watch this sauce, Sonny. I'm a copper. We don't go into favoritism. But he's right. You do treat us differently. It's because of those adventures of Sherlock Sholmes stories. That's why. Oh. I'll crop up in them, don't I? Inspector Tobias Gregson? Oh, well, yes, because you're an acquaintance of Hurley's. What did you write about the inspector, Iris? I don't remember, really. It was one of Sholmes' lines. Gregson is the smartest of the Scotland Yarders, is how he put it. Oh, did I write that? And do you know what that one line did for me? Eh? That very next month, my pay doubled. Doubled, I tell you. Oh, that's amazing. Because everyone at the yard reads them. They read all the Sherlock Sholmes stories. They've even set up a fan club for me. Of course, that explains everything. It was around that time you became such a toady to me. Can you blame me? All it takes is one bad word from you and Sholmes could change his tune about me. Gregson? No, the great detective will say. He's getting quite overrated these days. Think what would happen to my salary if that came out in print, eh? The whole thing gives me the willies. I can't tell you how many nights of sleep I've lost worrying about that. But that would never happen, Grixie. Every month when the new Rams magazine comes out, my hands are trembling as I turn the pages. Oh, how awful for you! Here, have some of my tea to settle your nerves. More tea for the inspector. Ah, lovely. Too very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship. Teetotal. Oh, yeah. Something I was supposed to talk to you about, actually, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes? What is it? I've got an important message for you. Clean forgot about it until now. An important message? Wonder what it could be. Is it from Susato since she's been being questioned? I was trying to read My Hero Academia earlier and I just couldn't get myself to sit down and do it today. Or Demon Slayer. Actually, my alarm clock's on. I did watch some One Piece and I caught up on the My Hero anime earlier though. It almost made me cry. Bakugo proved why he's the best boy. What is this important message though, sir? Are you gonna tell me what this important message is then, Inspector? Yeah, it's about that young lady who's normally by your side. Your assistant. Dear Susie! Is she alright? She's at the station, isn't she? Being questioned, I believe. Nope, but not anymore. She had to head off. Head off? Where? To Lord Strongheart's office, of course. He summoned her. Ah, yes, of course. I'd forgotten about that. One of the whipstocks took her there in a yard carriage after we'd finished questioning her. But she asked us to tell you she didn't have the fare for the return journey and to go meet her there. She's got a nerve using Scotland Yard as a bloomin' messaging service. See. Well, thank you for passing that on, Inspector. Why did Susie have to go see the Lord Chief Justice? She didn't tell me. But I better head over to the Lord Chief Justice's office to fetch her straight away. Yes, let's go do that. Ooh, a new location. There it is. Do you have any good cough drops you can take to help your throat? I really like the honey lemon hulls. Honey lemon cough, any kind of honey lemon cough drop actually is really good. Yes. No matter how many times I come here, I always get the same sense of oppressiveness somehow. Do you think the place is oppressive? I think it's normal. So? I mean, look at that Sun Barber over there. You can't take that seriously, can you? Maybe it thinks the same about you. So everything is clear with regard to tomorrow's arrangements, I trust? Yes, thank you very much. Oh. There they are. Susato-san and Lord Strongheart. I wonder what they're talking about. They both look very serious. Very good. There's nothing further to discuss. You may return to your lodgings. No doubt you have much to do in preparation for your return to your homeland. No! What? Wait. What did he just say? Your return to your homeland? Susato-san! Oh, Mr. Naruhodo! What was all that about? Ah, Mr. Naruhodo, thank you for coming to collect your colleague. What's this all about? Why were you talking about Miss Susato's return to her homeland? And tomorrow? Tomorrow? But what about face trial! You mean... she's been formally charged now? Oh dear. What's happening? I don't understand! Miss Susato, what's all this about? Oh, please don't concern yourself, Mr. Naruhodo. It's only me going back to Japan. Your life here can continue just as it has— That's not what I asked! What happened? Why are you leaving? It's my father. He's fallen ill. Oh no! Professor Mikotoba? If I may. Yes, sorry? You must be the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe. Yes, that's right. My name is Eugene Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University. We received an international telegram from the Empire of Japan informing us of the news. 10 days ago, Father collapsed with a fever. The cause is apparently unknown. And it seems he grows weaker day by day. I don't believe it. As you are aware, the voyage from here to your country's capital, Tokyo, takes some 50 days. I thought it would be prudent to hasten Miss Susato's departure as much as possible. Yes, absolutely. I will leave London first thing tomorrow morning. I can't believe this is happening. She's leaving us! So Gina has been charged. She'll have to appear in court. Yes, she was formally charged a few hours ago. And the date of the trial has already been set for tomorrow. No! Not even 24 hours later. Gina? Ah, the Lestrade girl in the murder of the Baker Street pawnbroker, yes. An all too conspicuous case. The pickpocket was clearly disturbed mid-robbery and shot the man in a panic. No, the yard is overstretched as it is, without wasting time on these open and shut cases. It's not wasting time! Ginny would never do something like that! Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, yes, Lord Strongheart? In deference to your fine services to date, I shall overlook this young girl's insolence. But I have no recollection of admitting a child into my office. Leave, now. What? You're so rude! Of course, Lord Strongheart. Criminals will tell the most palpable lies in order to evade justice. The police can ill afford the time it takes to unravel all their untruths. Meanwhile, more crimes are perpetrated. We have far more serious matters with which to contend. Serious matters? Didn't Gregson mention something like that yesterday? Yes, Inspector Gregson made a similar remark yesterday. Can she read my mind? It's of no concern of yours, though I'm sure I need not remind you of that. "3 minutes precisely until my next meeting. You must excuse me." There's just one more thing, Lord Strongheart, which is, it's Miss Lestrade's trial. I wonder if you might permit me to defend her? A timely suggestion. Sorry? The girl currently has no representation. But that's not fair! Yes, she may be a pickpocket, but she still deserves a fair trial. Do not misunderstand me, young lady. The government provides for those too poor to afford representation with a public defender. The accused need only sign the relevant paperwork, and a defense barrister will be assigned to the case. However, the young girl in question has refused that right. Why would she do that? A question you would do well to direct at Miss Lestrade. You'll find her at the local prison. Yes, thank you. Now then, it's time I was leaving. Good day to you. Bye, I'm concerned about you. What a day. Gina charged with the murder. Such a son about to leave. Sholmes in surgery! Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Iris, we must make haste. But, Susie... You're leaving for Japan tomorrow morning, aren't you? Don't you have packing and things to do? As Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, my personal circumstances are of no consequence. My sole purpose remains to help you in whatever way I can. Thank you, Miss Susato. It's a very pensive look. I think we ought to visit Gina first. In any case, I should like to wish her well before I leave. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go. If I'm honest, this has completely thrown me off. I'll just have to do what I can as a lawyer. I'm sorry, I'm swiping off notifications on my phone. Because there's a lot of them. No, I don't want to examine. I do not want to examine this place. I want to go back to the prison and talk to Gina! Gina! Hello, Gina. Ah! Hello again, Gina. What are you lot here for now? To have the muzzle of that grenade launcher shoved in our faces yet again, obviously. I think I need to improve the way you load ammunition to that thing, don't I? Look! You can come as many times as you like, but I ain't got nothing more to say to you. Gina, I wonder if you might hear me out. There's something I'd like to say. What? I'm sorry to say that I must reluctantly bid you farewell. Eh? Farewell? Tomorrow I must begin my journey back home, to Japan. I fear we may never meet again. Oh, right. I've had the pleasure of meeting so many lovely people here in London. I have so many wonderful memories. And yet, as things stand now, it will be a glum parting indeed. Poor Iris is so miserable. Susie. Well, that ain't my business. Both Iris and Mr. Naruhodo believe you to be innocent, Gina. They've put their faith in you. But somehow, you can't find it in your heart to put your faith in them. Yeah, that's right, I can't. What of it? It grieves me greatly to have to say goodbye to my friends when they're so clearly unhappy. Because of you. It's my fault. Yes, so I have one final request, Gina, before our paths never cross again. Right here and now, I want you to show both of them that you don't deserve the faith they've invested in you. Huh? Only by doing that will you truly be as alone as you claim to be. What are you talking about? What do you expect me to do, eh? You've told us that everyone lies. So prove it by admitting one of your own untruths. What about what you said before, Ginny? You said something about unforgivable lies. You must tell Mr. Naruhodo and Iris the truth now. That is my last request before I leave. My last request as a judicial assistant. Oh, no, I can't. Whatever these lies are, they're obviously weighing very heavily on Gina's mind. Gina, I could be wrong, but... is it something to do with what happened 2 months ago? Something about that trial? Oh, boy, with him. The one in which Magnus McGilded was acquitted? Did she lie during the trial? The case of that mysterious murder that took place inside of the omnibus. You were called as a witness by the prosecution. Is that what this is about? Yeah, you're right. Because in that trial, I lied. I lied like you wouldn't believe. Was she promised money or something? Will you tell us about it now? Did McGilded promise her money if she got him off? That sounds bad. If she helped get him off scot-free. This game hurts my throat. In fact, I'm gonna take a real quick break. I'll be right back.